What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a Mrs. Space City Live. This morning we are making pancakes and we're going to be cleaning our glass tips because I have a whole bunch of them, y'all. All right, shout out to everybody joining us this morning. I'm going to go ahead and start with refilling my oil bottle. It's empty right here, so I'm going to go ahead and take my little funnel. Let me turn the light on, actually. You can't see anything. Much better. Good morning. All right, so I'm going to take a paper towel. We're going to open this little guy up like this. I'm going to put my little funnel in there. I have some corn oil. I usually have avocado or vegetable, but I think I'm out of both. Let me triple check. Yeah, I have a little bit of vegetable oil. It's not enough to fill that up. I have avocado oil, but I usually use that to infuse. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this one. We're going to use the corn oil instead. There we go. And we're making some, what is it, it's not Aunt Jemima anymore. It used to be Aunt Jemima. It's going to be pearl milling. Yeah, apparently they had, right here, look, formerly. You can actually see it on here. Formerly Aunt Jemima. But yeah, they had to change it to pearl milling for some reason. Same thing on here. I couldn't tell you the political reason. But yeah, same thing on here. It used to be Aunt Jemima. Fun fact, y'all. Fun fact. Let me just finish filling the oil up. Sometimes this little thing, you gotta like, oh yeah, there it goes. You gotta like squeeze it or something. I guess it's the air or something. All right, we're out here in Texas. We're gonna have a big storm. It's supposed to get super cold and be very icy. They said stay off the road for like 3 days, so I don't know how that's gonna happen for anybody that has a job. They said don't go on the road Saturday through Tuesday. So I guess don't go to work and I guess never go back. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what we're doing out here, but they're supposed to tell us, like, I guess, updates as we get closer, how cold it's going to be. Because if you're from Houston, you know Houston is an hour away from Houston. So if up north it's like snowy or icy, it could be not the same across town. It could be very different and have like no icy roads, and you should be good to drive. So it just depends what area you're in Houston. But yeah, we're expecting a pretty big storm there. Pretty big storm. All right, so we're going to measure this. We're just going to go real quick by the box ingredients. It says 1 cup of dry mix and 3/4 cup of water. I already measured out the water, so I'm going to just measure out this cup here. This thing's kind of hard because of this little top. It's not like the old one. They need to go back to the old recipe, y'all. Is this new? Actually, I don't know if they changed the recipe. I think they just changed the packaging to it. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Anybody know why Aunt Jemima had to be pearl milling? I think it was something like like she was a slave or something. I don't know. They had some reason they took her off the box, but she was on the box for like years. She was the face of like delicious pancakes. I would want to be the face of delicious pancakes. If I had my face on a pancake box, there ain't nothing you could tell me of why I'm gonna have to take it off and change it. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have a Mrs. Space City pancake box. All right, I'm gonna add that in there. And it says 3/4 water, but I do it slowly just because the ones I made yesterday were like kind of runny. I didn't like how see how it's kind of like thick? You can kind of tell it needs more water. So we're going to just do it little by little. You don't want to over mix it. Looks like it's almost going to take all of them. In the background, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I have the Rula and Ryan show. I listen to, I think you can listen to it online or like Spotify or whatever. But it's on 104.1 KRBE. I listen to them almost every morning, and they have this chick called Rula, and she's the host. She usually has, the news and different segments and stuff. Their one segment I was listening to this morning is Roses. I love listening to Roses. Oh man, it's like How to Catch a Cheater 101, y'all. Yeah, usually they call up whoever they think is cheating. They offer them roses, and usually, I would say like 80% of the time, they send it to somebody that's not their spouse. So heads up, if somebody ever calls you with free flowers, guys, They always go to the wife. Always. PSA, PSA. Don't fall for it. They're gonna catch you in the act. Always send them to the wife. And throw this away. And once I mix it, we're gonna let it sit for just a minute because it needs to kind of I don't know, start doing its thing where it starts like kind of bubbling and getting a little thicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. It's gonna be on like a medium high. Oops. This thing's not sitting on there right, so it's not gonna let me light it. I was wondering where I smelled gas. Oh, there it goes. Whoa. Don't burn your fingers off. And the reason I put this little handle inside is because you don't want it outside. That's how you'll bump it and things will fall. So always put your handles on the inside. That way you don't hit it when you're passing by. There we go. That's looking great. Yeah, by the time this heats up, this should be pretty much ready to go. I try to like time everything perfectly to where like when the pan heats up and that's ready to go, then the mix is ready, then the plate's ready. Rule of thumb: hot plate, hot food; cold plate, cold food. So if you are serving dinner, even for my family, I like to practice this. But even if you're serving dinner or soup, beans, anything that's hot, I always take the plate or the bowl and warm it in the microwave for 30 seconds. So as soon as I'm like finishing up everything and I'm almost ready to plate it, I'll throw it in the microwave, and then that way it'll give me a nice hot plate. Same thing if you're doing like a salad or cold soup, stick it in the freezer. Like as soon as you maybe start cooking, throw it in the freezer. That way, by the time you're finished with everything, you have a nice, like super cold plate. You could put it in the fridge, but I think the freezer might be a little faster. Actually, it also depends on what you're making. I just assume if you're making something cold, it's quick, so you could pop it in the freezer. But if it's something like that's going to take you a lot of time to chop up like vegetables or chop up like a lot of stuff, and it's going to take you a good amount of time, maybe just the fridge is going to be okay. Ooh, yeah, I was telling everybody about our freeze. We're gonna have a freeze in Texas. Maybe it's gonna snow in Houston again, y'all. I'm gonna have to bring y'all with me live in the snow. Yeah, that's looking good. Let me go ahead and just get his plate while I'm waiting for that. We're just gonna do a cute little paper plate. I have like a really nice Mikasa set that I actually want to start doing my videos with, like really nice, pretty white plates. That way you guys can see from start to finish when I'm cooking something, even to like how I serve it to my family. I try to make it as nice as possible. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna go. I have my spatula. My spatula is ready to go. Let me go ahead and put this stuff away. Clean as you go. PSA, PSA. Clean as you go, and you won't have a bunch of dishes and stuff to clean up. Oh, there we go. Let me know in the comments what you guys are planning on doing this weekend. Anybody got plans? Anybody going to the rodeo? The Houston Rodeo in March? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right, let's go to the beginning. Ruben, good morning, Ruben. Good morning. Good morning. Oh man, he said it's gonna be bad. I don't know. It might. It might. I know it's gonna get really cold. Yep. Can you show us your ice cube recipe? So, Mama, what ice cube recipe you talking about? You want me to freeze some ice? You're funny. Let's see. Hey, Sir Smoke Slob. Be sure to hit your likes. Hell yeah. Nietzsche Gina. What's up? What's up? Jeffrey says, good morning, Ruben. I was told that at 8 years old when I had to fend for myself. Oh man. Yeah, I started cooking when I was really young. The reason why I started cooking was because I didn't like my mom's cooking. So yeah, I just didn't like what they were feeding me, so I learned to cook for myself. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy what you're watching, fam. Oh, thank you. That's what's up. Yes, you're not alone out here. For sure. Yeah, we're not alone. There's always, you'll be surprised how many things we go through, and the person next to us is probably going through the exact same shit. We just don't talk about it. I feel like that's when you were little. Like, don't talk about your feelings. I don't know where that shit came from, guys. Thank you everyone for coming in. Hell yeah, appreciate it, Ruben. Stay home and keep warm. Hell yeah, this says to stay home for like 4 days. I was like, some of us got jobs. Some of us got stuff to do. I guess I better like do all my grocery shopping and everything so I don't have to go anywhere. Oh yeah, this is looking good. I could tell it's kind of starting to get a little thicker here. I think we're good. We're gonna do a little test one. I did have this like pancake thing, but it's way up there and I can't get to it. The space isn't home, so yeah. All right, let's try this first one. We're just gonna test it out. I'm gonna do like kind of a little one just to make sure that the pan is how hot I want it to be. We're going to go ahead and wait for it to cook like there. If you can see right there. So what we're looking for is just a bunch of little bubbles all the way around. And you got to think of it as a cake. It's going to take some time. So a pan cake. But yeah, once you see like almost all the little bubbles right here, then we can go ahead and do our flip. Some people like butter. I like to put butter at the end. As soon as it comes off, you can rub some butter on it. But this is for somebody who doesn't like butter. My son doesn't like butter on this one, so we're gonna unbutter this one. But yeah, this one looks like yeah. I think the pan, the pan is hot enough. It looks good. It looks good. But yeah, you can kind of start to see. Let me see if I can bring it in a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. So you can really see what the pancake is looking like. There we go. So you see all around. That means the bubbles are cooking the bottom side. And then right here in the center, I'm just waiting to see maybe a couple more. But it looks pretty good. And then you can see the outside. You see how it's not shiny anymore? That means it's pretty cooked on the outside as well. So looks like it's a good time to flip. So we're going to go in. Oh, yeah. Golden pancakes. Golden pancakes. Yum. 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 Yeah, this first side will take a little bit longer. The second side won't take as long. When you take it off, the pancake is going to feel like kind of crunchy, like hard. You're going to let it sit on the plate. And then as you start stacking them, all that steam will make them real nice and soft. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. And actually don't put anything on the pan. You could put butter, oil, like you could put stuff on the pan, but I find to make that really pretty, like golden flat look, don't put anything on the pan. And then one other thing that I noticed yesterday when I was making these is I kept having like these little like pieces of pancakes. So I'm gonna just rub those off because if not, it'll cook into the next one and it really doesn't look appealing. It doesn't look appealing. And don't pour from up top because then it's going to make it spread. You're going to pour as close as you can to the pan without burning yourself. That way it'll just kind of slowly go in a circle. If you do it from the top, it spreads out and looks like a big old splat. So don't do that. Just get closer to the pan. You would think pancakes are easy. I have a good amount of tips for pancakes. I'm actually surprised I have this many tips, guys. I never noticed how like specific I am when I'm cooking until I start showing you guys. Oh yeah, this is looking good. You can already see all those bubbles coming in. So this one's a little bit bigger. Boop, boop, boop. That one's a little bit bigger, but you can see the edges starting to kind of be not as shiny. But you're looking for all these bubbles and you're looking for the edge to be pretty cooked before you do your flip. And that's what I'm going to try to do, a pan flip. We'll see. What do you think, guys? What do you think? You think you can do a pan flip? I don't know. Haven't done a pan flip for a little while. All right, so to do the pan flip, I'm going to just pick up the edge. Let's see if I can get in here. So I'm going to just loosen up the edges. I don't want to make sure it doesn't stick. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Hey, I did it. Hey, I did it. Hey, I did it. Oh, voila. Hey, I still got it. Hey, I still got it. I still got it. I still got it, guys. Dang, I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, yeah. Making sure it's the nice, good temperature. I don't want it too cold or else it's going to kind of like dry out the pancake just because it takes so long to cook. And then if you cook it too fast, the outside is super hard and the inside it's just not as like light and fluffy, kind of like a cake. That's really what you're looking for, a consistency of like a cake, a true cake. That feels good. Yeah. You can tell it's kind of sticking just because I'm not using any kind of like butter or whatever, but the color on them is really, really nice. Go ahead and clean out that, wipe the pan again. I don't like these little, yeah, see all these like little pieces? I don't like those. And you do want to let it heat up between cooking. So like when you put some of the pancake on there and you do the flip, it's cooling down the pan just a bit. So whenever you take it out, let it heat up just a minute and then you can put your next one in. So That's why you kind of see me pause in between each pancake, because I want to make sure that this is up to the temperature it's supposed to be. And then again, close to the pan. Very nice, very nice. And you can add anything to pancakes. You can add, you could do like a banana pancake, chocolate chip pancakes. I've done all kinds. You can also add cinnamon. Cinnamon is actually really good for you guys. So you can add cinnamon to the pancakes. My husband does a special dad's pancakes, where I'm pretty sure he just adds a bunch of sugar. But you know, I won't tell nobody. The kids love them. There we go. Oh man, this is looking good. It's looking good. This one I'm not going to do a pan flip because I almost got stuck on the last one. But this one we'll just start. It's easier if it's like closer to the edge right here to kind of take this in at an angle and kind of scrape it like that. Sometimes if it's not ready, you'll get some of the batter on here, and that's how you know it's not ready to flip yet. But sometimes it's easier on the edge. If you have like a little gap right here, that too, you can kind of come in and scoop it. So just wherever you see like a little good spot that you can get in there. That looks pretty good. There's a lot of bubbles on there. The edges look like it's not shiny anymore. So I'll probably go in right here. This one seems the best. Yeah. You can tell it kind of sticks because I don't have anything on the bottom, but he's okay. He's okay because it's coming out just fine. I'm using some pearl milling. My son doesn't like butter, so we're not gonna put the butter, but I love the butter. Throw some country crock on there. Let me know if you guys know about that country crock. Country crock butter. It's actually really, really good. That's what I put in my tres leches cake that's dairy free and gluten free. So they have a butter that's actually plant based, and that's what I use a lot in my cooking, like my baking. It's really a lot more oil than fat, but it really is a good, ooh, excuse me, good substitute. Wait just a second. I think I have like maybe one more pancake. So this, whatever it says on the back, it makes like roughly 4 pancakes. They're not all the same size, but roughly 4 pancakes. All right, let's take this last one out, or second to last one out. Yeah, you can kind of tell it's starting to stick. Oh, let's see. I'll be right into the comments, guys. One moment, please. I just need to make sure I wipe this stuff off because I do not like this. Okay, that's looking good. Let's see what you guys are talking about. What's up, guys? If you're just coming in, I'm Mrs. Space City. I do cooking content, edible reviews, rosin vapes, pre-rolls. So yeah, definitely check me out. I have my actually today's a week before my birthday, y'all. I'm actually 7 days before my birthday. Oh man, yeah. He says pancakes sound good right now. Hell yeah, Ruben, they do. Hi, what are you doing? I'm making pancakes. I'm making my son pancakes, and then I have some glass tips that I'm about to clean out. I'm almost done. Oh, 80 sluice, 80 sluice. So much love in these pancakes. Hell yeah, you got to cook with love. That's the main ingredient in anything. You can't just whip anything together. You got to put some amore. Sir Smoke Salad says looks great. Oh, Slice says a little bit of magic too. Hell yeah, just a little this, little that. Jeffrey always 420 says Miss Space City puts her whole heart into her food, or it sure seems like it. I haven't had one, but one cookie from her kitchen. Oh man, Jeffrey, we're gonna have to send you a little something. As Joanne says, good morning, everyone. What's up? Sarah Smoke Salad says, I'm enjoying the live and hey Triple H. What's up? Hell yeah, welcome in, guys. We're making some pancakes from my boy. And then after we make some pancakes, I have some glass tips right behind me. I need to clean those out because we have so freaking many, y'all. There's so many glass tips. I don't even know where all these glass tips came from. I don't even know why we bought more. I think we bought more because we wanted the green tips. There we go. We'll make that last one a big one. I don't want to divide it up. All right, just rinse that out. And clean as you go. Clean as you go. All right, we're cleaning up as we're going. Yeah, let me turn this. And keep in mind there are little hot spots on your pan. So if you see like right here, I see a lot of bubbles coming in and this side doesn't have any. And I know that when I cook on this glass frame, the front right side is always my hot spot. So you can already see it's evening out. So that's the reason why I'm turning the pan or I'm moving it around, is because I want to make sure it's cooking evenly. But naturally heat is going to have, especially fire. Electric stoves, they're not as finicky, but gas stoves are. So you just have to keep in mind where your hot spots are and then kind of just keep moving it around and adjusting it. I know I told you guys not to put the pan like this, but right now I just need this little spot. So just be aware if you do have to put this little handle out, you always want to make sure that it's facing inwards and not outside, because as you're cooking and working, you don't want to accidentally hit it and, spill something hot or oil. Oil freaking burns, y'all. Fun fact, steam burns deeper than oil or anything else. Like if you touch something hot, you know why? Why does steam burn more? Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why? Oh, I would love to tell you. I would love to tell you a fun fact, a super cool cooking fun fact. But yes, it is 100% true. You could totally Google it. Steam will burn you more than if you touch something hot. And the reason is right here, you see the steam coming up. So the steam is going to go not just on the hand, on the outside of your skin, but it's going to burn inside of your pores. So the steam will travel into your hand and burn the inside. And it's way more painful than just touching something hot and burning the outside of your hand. I would much rather have an outside burn with a blister that lasts for a few days than a steamed burn, because the steamed burn is going to go so much deeper and it's so much more painful. So be aware when you're cooking, watch out for the hot stuff, but even more than that, watch out for the steam, guys. All right, let's see. Where is my. I can't find my container that I usually put the alcohol and stuff in. Huh. We'll have to get creative around here somewhere. All right, this is looking good. Sometimes also when I'm cooking, if I have something in here that I know is about to finish up, I just cut it off and it buys me like 30 more seconds. So if you guys need time to like do something and your food is done, just turn the stove off. Oh yeah, there we go. It's a little sticky, but flapjack. Flapjacks are ready. Yum. And we are listening to the Rula and the Ryan show. Or actually, it's not Ryan's show. Ooh, let me know if you guys know why Ryan's not on Rula and Ryan's show anymore. If you guys are local to Houston, if you've ever listened to 104.1 KRBE, there used to be two people on there. It used to be the Rula and Ryan show, and now it's just the Rula show. Dun dun dun. That always sounds like some good cheese man. But basically, I think something happened where he was on the radio Friday. Something happened over the weekend. He had like some crazy girlfriend. Something got posted like inappropriate on his social media. And then by Monday, he was like off the show. And he's been on this show, guys. I've listened to the show for a long time. He's been on the show for like 20 plus years. And I remember listening to this show like when I would go to school. And it was always Rula Ryan, Rula Ryan, Rula Ryan. And now it's just Rula. So it feels very weird. It feels very weird to listen to her without the other guy. But the other guy, honestly, he was kind of weird. So it's not too sad, but it is sad just because when you see like it's like a show. When you see a show or something that you've watched for a long time and then like the character changes or something like that, that's kind of similar to what I feel like it is. Let me just give him one for now. This is a new syrup, so I'm gonna have to open it. This is the worst part. I hate opening stuff. Oh my god. Give me a big knife. Somebody give me a giant knife because I'm about to stab this thing. I hate trying to open these stupid little things. And if you are going to do it, cut away from you like that. Don't cut towards you like a kakanaka. There we go. Whew, there we go. Where's space when you need him? He's at work. He's working hard. All right, that's looking good. All right. His breakfast is served. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's come over here. Here, love. All right, y'all. This is our next task. Who's helping? Who's helping me? Who's helping me with all of these? Blow it. All right, let me find my gloves. That's the first thing I know I'm gonna need. Let me find my gloves and we'll start doing this. Oh man, guys. I'm gonna just do it on a piece of foil. How's that? Oh yeah, there we go. Piece of foil. I don't even know where the alcohol is. Oh dang, y'all. Oh dang. I need this little screwdriver too. I use this little thing just so I think this is made for like your glasses, but it works really well to get the filters out. So I'm gonna use that thing. And then I need where is that thing at? Like a bowl or something. Something to put these things in. Oh, I had a plastic thing, but maybe I'll just use these. I'll go back to these little to-go things. These are pretty efficient, pretty efficient. All right, let me scoot you guys over because y'all are in the way. There we go. All right, so basically what we're doing is we're taking this. I'm gonna pull this part out. And then we're gonna use this stick right here. We're gonna pop out that filter. Just like that. That's gonna be trash. This we're gonna put into this container. And then we are just gonna keep going until I have all of them. Let's see how long it takes me. I want to try to hurry up and get this done. So let's see how fast I can go, y'all. I'm gonna kind of try to read the comments. Looks like the Waffle House. Just go to Mississippi City House. I'll charge you. I'll tax you like a mother. I'll tax you. I sure will. Right? Because I'm pancakes full of love. Hell yeah. That's the number one ingredient, y'all. If you ain't cooking with love, what you cooking with? Oh yeah, there we go. Now we found a good rhythm. Please everyone sub, like, and share the live. Oh yeah. Should have put me to work on Sunday. Yep, exactly. Now you're picking up what I'm putting down. Dude, these things are like, I don't even know how many. Okay, how many are in this big old, these tubs? How many? I want guesses, and then once I'm done counting, I'll post 2-1. But somebody write down all the guesses, y'all. I want to know how many tips are in both of these. That should be like a grand prize. If you can guess how many tips are in here, shoot, I'll send you dinner. Right? Ship you some frozen frijoles beans. Yeah, let me know how many tips do you guys think are in these. So far, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8. I've done 8 so far, and that's the dent that it made or it didn't make. Yes, Rupert said I was gonna leave you a tip. Oh yeah, he said I'm gonna give you a 50% tip. There you go. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's definitely in the hundreds. I think. Yeah, Hatchel Ham. I think you gotta be closer than the 50. But yeah, I'm already at like what? That's barely what 10 maybe. I think I just counted it with this one's 10. I don't know how many is in there, y'all. Let's see. Man, I need the smaller ones. This one's not working. Man, they're talking about the same thing that I was talking about on the radio. Why do the women always have to be the bad guys with the kids? Why do we always have to be the ones that tell them no and make them brush their teeth and make them shower? Always on the schoolwork, always trying to keep track of birthdays and events. And man, I was just talking about that with Space the other day. I was like, man, I think the seesaw is a little too heavy on one side. The seesaw is like supposed to be like that. You go back and forth. It's like kind of like that sometimes. Push the seesaw, y'all. Push the seesaw. No, Space is really good about getting that seesaw balance. Y'all ever had coffee in bed? He brought me coffee in bed the other day. That's the best way to wake somebody up. Don't be waking nobody up with some light or some bullshit. Wake them up with some coffee. Bring your coffee in bed, y'all. That's going to be how you start your day. Coffee in bed. Yeah, the other off day, I didn't drive at all. I was shocked. I was like, damn, I'm off today and I haven't driven nowhere. Space drove me everywhere. It was a great day. Dang, y'all, this is a lot more than I thought. Let me see what time it is. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to finish all these, but shoot, we're gonna sure try. We might just. Oh man, guys, we might have to give up. I got other shit to do, so I just wanted to at least start on these because there is quite a bit. I might just empty the first one and then get them all filled up and lined up on the bottom. I try to stand them up like this in these. You stand them up all the way around in a circle, and then you just pour the water down the middle. Dang, yeah. Another option instead of doing this is if you don't care about wasting how much alcohol you have, or if you buy it by the case, you can just pour alcohol in this whole thing, and it'll help get all the paper off. It'll get everything. You don't have to do this part at all. You can totally skip this. Oh man, yeah, there's a lot of tips, and I think this is all of them though. I finally got them all because we had a bunch in our ashtrays too, so I took everything out. You know what's crazy is we used to only have one of these Glob Mops containers. Now there's freaking two of these. Man, it's pretty easy to pull them out. It's just very time consuming. Ooh, especially the filters that are stuck in there. Man, there's some that are really in there. But yeah, it's easier if you just pull the paper off. Like if I'm holding the glass, then the paper should just come right off. It shouldn't be too stuck. And then this is what I'm using to just kind of push out. Like this one had a little bit of like tobacco or something in there. Oh, this didn't have a filter. Who rolled this with no filter? That's probably a pre-roll. You got to look out for them pre-rolls because man, you'll end up with a bunch of bud in those tips if they don't have a filter tip. And it's crazy how much is in there sometimes. You can put like a whole bowl. You can fit a whole bowl in there. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw on that last one, that's what all this was. All right here, it was bud. Crazy. These might be, or no, I thought those were going to be harder. Those were the loose leaves. Man, that thing cracked like nothing. I guess because it's dry, right? Oh, yeah, look at that. Dang, that loose leaf came off like so fast. Dang, I thought I was going to have a problem with those. But I guess not. That's cool. Man, yeah, like this one. Yeah, this loose leaf. Man, Space maybe forgot to put a filter in there. That's a lot of bud in there, too. Hey, we're getting somewhere. Is somebody counting them? I'm going to just go back and count them as I put them in there. I'm going to just watch the... I'm gonna just rewatch the live and recount how many glass tips I see. Man, that one was kind of hard. Some of these are hard. That's why I usually like I have some tweezers that are like a sharp point tweezers, and those are really good to get these things out because sometimes they get stuck between these little like teeth or whatever that is, and it's hard to get them out. Yeah, this one too, no filter. That's why it's really important to put a filter in here because it helps with the cleaning as well. Once you're emptying these out, to be able to just pop the filter out is much better than trying to get all that sticky like tar and stuff off of there. Oh, dang, you guys, I think we made a dent. I finally see like, well, actually not the bottom of it, but I see like a good... We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Man. Yeah, this is a lot of glass tips.